Welcome to Vision I Edu. Yes, in this session we are going to discuss about how to create the attendance sheet, and that is a responsive attendance sheet. Means when we enter the month name, then the dates it should be automatically updated as per the month name, and also the date's respective day. That means the corresponding day of the date that will be printed on the top of the date. So, and also identify the Sundays and holidays according to the list provided by the user in other sheet or in the same sheet. Let us see how to create the attendance sheet. So, first give a small space at column wise and row wise. Now type the information like student ID or serial number, then student name, gender, and caste. So further we have to identify the gender wise attendance percentage at the end of the year and the caste wise gender wise attendance percentage at the end of the month, and of course end of the year also. So to find out the percentages of attendance in one particular class, right? So for that person I taken these two columns, gender and caste. Else if you don't want to analyze or if you don't want to take the percentages based on the gender or caste, so then you can leave it, right? So first I take these values. Here onwards we have to type the dates and other information. First of all, we have to mention their month name and year. So here user has to enter the month name and year also. So this attendance sheet is prepared from which date to which date. So in this particular month. So we have to convert this based on the month name. We have to identify the beginning of the month. That means the first date of the month and also the end date of the month. Let us see how to identify that. Means all months are begins with the 1. Yes or no? The first day or the first date of every month is 1. So just enter that and put an and symbol. Now take the January, means the month name field, and here also put an hyphen, and we have year also, right? Already year, the user will provide the year, then select the year column. Yes, this is the date, right? So date is already printed there. Nice. Now we have to identify the end date. What is the last date of that particular month? So for this we have a function end of month, EO month, right? So here we have to enter the start date. So what we generated date, select that field as a first day, and a month is equals to 0. So you have to put a 0 instead of the month name. So EO month name, by pressing the enter we can find the month, but in a general calculation it shows like a number. So we have to change the data type of this particular field by click on the number format and select the short date. That's it. But here you can find a lot of difference. Here the month name is printed in the characters, and here the month name is printed in the form of decimals. So to make it similar, we have to change this particular format of the date. Instead of the month number, we have to use the month name here, right? So just right click and select the format cells option. Now go to the custom. Here you can find DDMMYYY. So if you want to print the name of the month instead of the number, just enter another M here, triple M. Here you can find the sample data. If you enter 4 M's, you can find the full month name like this, right? January. But I want to get the short form of the month name like Jan, right? So enter the 3 M's. Now click on OK button. See, now these two fields are similar. right? We have the start date and end date. This automatically change when the user enter the another month name. See there, February. When you enter the February, you can find there 1st February to 29th February, or March. If you enter the March, it's the 1st March to 31st March. That means when the user provides the month name, and automatically these from two fields get the first date and last date of that selected month. And if you change the year here, then also you can find different dates, right? So in 2003, the February has only 28 days. Like in 2024, the February has 29 days. Okay, because it's a leap year. So like that, we can easily generate the numbers, or dates, right? So here the first some part of attendance sheet is completed. Here we have to generate the numbers, right? So to generate the numbers, first you take the first date in one particular number. So just right click and format cells. Under custom, just take the double D. Double D means it prints only the day value instead of the entire date. So it prints only the day value, right? So now we need to hide the value what is in F column, right? So now we have the date 1 as a serial number 1 like this, and here next we have to add date plus 1. So date plus 1 means automatically it updates. That particular cell contains the full date, but we customized the date to display only first numbers. That's mean day values only, right? So 29, 30, 31, 32, enough. So it's a February, so that it displayed only up to 29th. So now 31st. Yes, remove this 31st. So we enter the 31st values. So just reduce the column sizes to make equal to all numbers. Yes, this is enough. Now all are in same length, and make it center. Okay. So format all numbers in equal size. So now this here we typed all the month dates. That's mean how many days in between these two dates in one particular month. So the dates in that particular month are printed here. Suppose if you enter here February, see it repeated the 1 and 2, 30 and 31. But we need to hide the repeated values. For that we need to write a small function. If G6 plus 1 is greater than C5, and we have to lock it greater than C5. C5 means what value? That is 29th February, means the end date. If the G6 plus 1 is greater than end date, then it should print a null value. Else it should print the updated date, means the date will increase. Okay, else the date should increase. Or if the value is greater, it should not print anything. If the value is lesser, it should print the updated value. So G6 plus 1 greater than C5 value. C5 value means what's the end date. If it is greater than the end date, it should print only null value. Else, if it is not greater than the end value, just it updates that previous one, means the previous date plus 1. Okay, so that we have written here. But if you observe, by adding all the numbers after 29, we can find the empty, but at last we have some error value. So because when the previous cell is empty, so then there is no chance to update the dates, so that it printed some error value. So to rectify that error, we have another function. So we have to add another function, that is if error occurs. So then what happens? Just we need to leave it, means empty. So need not to print any error messages or anything, right? Just drag and drop to all other fields. See, now all are empty. When once we check there, suppose March, see March, it's a 31 days, or January, 31 days, and suppose June, 30 days, the 31st, that means one value is eliminated, and February, 29 days only. If you take the 2023, 28 days, see, like that, based on the month and year, the dates of that attendance sheet is automatically updated. So like this is the responsive sheet, right? So when I enter 2024, you can find that 29th day is automatically added. Okay, so up to here is fine, and now we have to enter the day name of this particular date. Okay, for that it's a very simple formula we have, that is a text, and we have to enter the value. Value means what? The date, right? Date, there we have to enter the date, and in text format we want to print the day name, so that enter D. D means it prints only the date in single format. Double D means it prints the day number in double number format, means 0, 1, 0, 2, like that. So if you enter one more D, triple D means it prints the day in short form, like sun, SUN, instead of the Sunday, like that. Or if you enter another D, 4 Ds means it prints the full day name. Okay, see one example here. So the 1st of February is Thursday in 2024. So the date of that particular day, that will be automatically printed. So suppose if you enter only 2 Ds, you can find 0, 1. If you enter only 1 D, you can find only 1 single digit. Of course, if from the 10 onwards, you can find the 2 digits automatically. So if you enter 3 Ds, you can find the short form of the day. So we need exactly short form of the day. So that text, and here G6 means nothing but the date value, and 4 Ds, that is the format of text. Actually here in the G6th cell, on the screen we can find only 0, 1, but actually that cell contains the full date. But here it displaying only the first month, that's mean the date part only, right? And the month and year part is automatically hidden using the custom option, right? So under custom option, we specified there only day values. It should show only day values. Like that, we customized that particular date format, so that it printed only date part, right? So now apply this day value to all other cells up to 31st. See, when the date is not printed here, that day name also not printed on above cell. So select it and just format, rotate text up like this. See, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, everything is there, and this is the fourth day is Sunday in February 2024. So if you enter the January here, see, the 4th day is Thursday and Sunday is on 6th. So automatically the dates and its day values automatically change when the user select the month name and year, right? So that it's called the responsive sheet, right? So suppose if you have to enter there 25 students information, just enter the sequence and enter 25, close. So means we can generate the 25 numbers. So these are the students names. Later we can enter the student names and the gender, caste, everything. So first of all, we need to find something, we need to format it. So just apply border lines, and here I'm going to show working days, right? And here that is a working days title. Here I want to write down the working days in that particular month. So that's a very simple. It's equals to count, and we need to count all the dates from first to last, right? So here we can find only the month days. That's mean how many days are in the month, that number will be written. But in the working days means we exclude the holidays, right? We must detect the number of holidays, count, and we need to enter the dates column as it is dates row, close it. There are 31 days, right? So from these 31 days we have to deduct the Sundays. Count if G2 AK. So these are the columns where the day values are stored, and comma, we have to enter there Sundays. We are searching for Sundays. See there 27 working days excluding the Sundays in that particular month. And I'm going to add the special holidays. If any holidays are observed in this month, and I want to write down here in this row as a H, letter H, right? So that I can continue the formula. Here open the bracket again, use place symbol, and again count if, and select that entire row where we want to write down our holidays list, comma. I will mark as a H for the holiday, special holidays. I want to mark it as a H, so that just I enter H there. So as of now there are no holidays. So suppose if any holiday is observed, see the working day is automatically reduced. So but here no need to enter that manual holidays, because if you enter manually we need to update the values at each and every time. So instead of that, just we prepare a list of holidays here, date and holiday, 1/1/2024. So this may be observed as a New Year Day, means it is a holiday, right? So then after, suppose 26/1/2024, this is the Republic Day. So like that we may enter, right? And we need to update this list, holidays list, and here we can use a lookup value equals to VLOOKUP and select the date here and put a comma. Now select the entire dates, the list of dates. Here the list of dates, right? And again put a comma, and the column number we have to enter 1 as a column number, right? And close it. Yes, and again we need to identify their the match type, exact match we require, so that use 0 for exact match. Here we can find date format, so you just convert it into the short date. Okay, so date is printed. So, and if you drag it to the all other cells, and before that we have to lock the cells by pressing the F4 key in both sides. Now you can drag it to the remaining cells. So you can find here not applicable for all other cells, and where the 26th is matched, you can find the 26th date value. So to make a correction, here we need to identify an if condition. If VLOOKUP value is equals to the date value is matched with the date, then we need to print what we want to print actually H, letter H means a holiday. Else if it is not matched with the date, just blank, right? Here you can find H, and if you apply it to the all other cells, yes, you can still find the NA, right? So we have to add another function, that is a if error. If error occurs, or error means not applicable, just make it empty, right? And now draw it. Yes. So other unnecessary values are automatically eliminated from our list. Now we have only the data set. That's mean attendance of that particular month, right? So see here, the number of working days also automatically updated, right? So at the beginning of the every month, we have to type the holidays list here. That's it. We have to do only the, we have to update the list of holidays here. Then automatically here the H will be created. And the number of H's are there. So that much is reduced from the work days. And now just apply the lines to all other cells. We need to apply the lines to all other cells. Attendance sheet is ready. And if you enter their month February, then automatically it's updates accordingly, right? And you cannot find any dates here. Just once you have to type all the list of holidays in the year, so then the matching holidays will automatically get the holiday value in upper cell, right? So in February, no holidays we typed here, so that no holidays are printed on the top of the dates, right? So if you select the January, then only you can find the holidays list. And we need to apply one more thing, that's mean the Sundays. We have to identify the Sundays. This is another important task. Select the entire attendance sheet area. Now click on the conditional format and click on the manage rules option. Here you can find the show formatting rules for current selection instead of that. Okay, so current selection, and that's mean we are going to set the formatting rule for this selection only. Now click on the new rule option, right? And in this rules list, select the use a formula to determine which cell to format, right? So under formula, we have to enter the value. So where we want to apply the format. So when the value is Sunday, value is equals to Sunday, then we have to, and this is this entire cell is locked. That's mean it contains the cell lock, and just release the column one, and you may use the lock for row value, and just free up the column value. Now click on the format option and select a color and select a pattern if required. Else you can use that entire simple color. So as our requirement, we can select it and click on OK, and again click on OK. Yes, we did not enter the formula actually. So we specified the value, but the condition means say in the cell, if the value is equals to Sunday. Okay, if the value is equals to Sunday, then we have to apply the rule like this. And another rule also we have to apply in conditional format, manage rules and add rule. use the same thing. If the G4 and here release the cell free and is equals to H. Here also we have to apply with a different color. So means this is the normal holiday. Like that we can find, but we need to select that entire cells. Just apply it to remaining other cells, right? So there are 2 holidays, so that we can find the lines in 2 different months. Okay, now our attendance sheet is ready, and just we need to add the student names and gender and caste. So at the end we need some calculation like present number of days, presented days and percentage, or you may use the symbol directly instead of that, because it may take the row size may be increased if you type the full form. So presents and percentage of present, and as the same you may enter the absents and percentage of absents if required, right? So this is the number of working days, right? Just increase the size, number of working days. So when you change the month name, the number of working days also automatically they get reflected. The March month there are 26 days working days, and in the Feb and 25 working days. So like that they automatically the working days will be calculated. And here you need to calculate the number of days present. So means first we have to decide what value we have to use for present and what value we have to use for absent. So normally we may enter the present absent words like P and A, or else we may enter the ones and zeros, ones for present and 0 for absent. But for a change, instead of the number we can also use a symbol like tick marks, right mark and cross mark. For that situation, if you want to add like that, just click on the conditional format and again manage rules, add a new rule, and here format all cells based on their values. Here under format style, select the icon set. Yes, you can find the list of icons. So we need the tick marks, right? So here 2 types are there. Yes, tick and cross. So tick mark, when it need to show means when we enter 1, number 1, then it need to show the tick mark, cross mark when the value is equals to 0, and here when the value is equals to 1, right? That we have to enter. And here no cell icon. Third one, just eliminate it. So tick mark when the value is 1 and cross mark when the value is 0, then OK. And here also we have to enter the number and OK. Then if the first person is there something, so if we present, just enter the 1, that's it. You can find the tick mark and 1. And if you want to eliminate the number, if you want to show only icon, then also you can make a small setting there. Go to edit and here show icon only, select the show icon only option. So means the number will automatically disappear from the attendance format. You can find only tick mark. If on next day if he is absent, then press 0. So you can find into symbol. Okay, tick mark for present, cross mark for absent. So like that we can find. Now we can write the formula. Count if from here to here means that one particular person's entire data set where the value equals to 1. 1 equals to nothing but the present value. See, 1 day is presented. Now here we have to find out the percentage. So how many days are presented divided by total number of days, right? it's a 0.04, and we have to add this percentage symbol, that is equals to 4%. So if the person also attended for the second day, it's a 8%. So like that, when the attendances are increased, the percentage will increase, or if attendance are reduced, means the percentage also get the same effect. So like that, the values are automatically updated. So if the person attended 21 days out of 25, then the attendance percentage of that particular person in this particular month is 84. So like that, we can enter the values as it is. So this is one of the structure to create the attendance sheet, and you can copy it, this particular sheet, and you can make it for particular one month, like this January. Suppose it's a January, you can rename the sheet as the January, and after that you may copy it to the next sheet. That means you can copy the sheet and enter the February month. So here you may clear all the values. You may clear all the values here, right? And just change the month, February. So means the February month attendance sheet is ready, and here just observe the Sundays are automatically updated, right? So suppose if you enter March, then see the Sunday, automatically they will change. So just you need to copy the sheets and change the month names, right? So, and also you need to update the entire list of holidays here. So just write down the list of holidays. So when the date is matched with this particular date, then you can find there a letter H, so that it automatically detect from the working days, right? We can generate the automated attendance sheet for schools or institutions, just to record the attendance of the student. So this is the creation method, and in our next session we will discuss about how to take the gender wise and caste wise attendance percentage, and how to take that entire month percentage, and like that, that we will discuss in the next session. And after, in another session, we will discuss some more responsive sheets, like with all months, with a dashboard, right? With months and dashboard, that we will discuss in another class. You practice it. If you have any doubts regarding this, you may contact me in comment section. This is about today's session. Thanks for watching.